When you take a Cisco device, we have iOS, right? That means Cisco operating system. We are calling this Cisco Internetworking Operating System or iOS. Right, so why we need iOS? To configure your switch or router or your Cisco device, you can use this operating system. Then after you can configure this device by giving IP address and all other thing. So iOS command line interface with predetermined number of command. When you take iOS, we have many command based on our that access level. The iOS operating system used to configure routing, switching, internet networking and other features supported by Cisco iOS device. Right, so we'll discuss this thing. When you take access, that means login. So you are going to secure your switch, right? On that time. So basically securing means, so when someone is trying to access your switch or router on that time, you can set a password, right? So when you buy a new switch, that means brand new switch, on that time there is no configuration, there is no IP address, right? That means you can't remotely access this switch. You have to access this switch using console cable. So for that, normally we are using RJ45 cable. Then after one end is plugged into your switch, another end is plugged into your computer. Then after you can do the configuration. So you can set a password for this console port also. When you take a switch, there is a console port. You can plug your RJ45 cable, but on that time you can set a password to get the access, right? So after you take a new device, you can set password for the console port. Then after we have telnet access. So this is a remote access, right? That means, for example, think you have your computer networking somewhere in another city. As a network administrator, you are located in some other city. On that time, without physically moving into that location, you can configure this switch by remotely logging into the switch interface, right? For that we are using telnet access. This type of access used to be a common way to access network devices. Telnet is a terminal emulation program that enables you to access iOS through the network and configure the device remotely. You can configure device remotely. The device that is being configured need to have a telnet server installed and IP address assigned. So we are going to discuss this IP address and telnet configuration. So basically, you need to set up a telnet server on that particular switch or router, and also you need to give a logical IP address to identify that device. Telnet use well-known port number to entry. Port number is 23 when it comes to telnet. So why we are using port number? When you take any device, you can assign one IP address, right? But so by using this one IP address, we are going to use multiple services. For example, HTTP, file transfer service, email. We are using this kind of service. Based on this service, you can use one IP address, but based on this service, you can change the port. So if it is a file FTP request, then it will go through that particular port number for that FTP request, right? If it is HTTP, it will go through the port number 80. Like that, our information are going through the particular port based on our service. Because this advantage is that it sends all data as clear text. When it comes to telnet access, there is no encryption. All the information will be sent as a clear text. So after that we have SSH access. So we are calling this secure shell, right? Like telnet. This access type enables you to configure device remotely, but when it comes to SSH, it will create an encrypted tunnel between your device and that destination device. There will be a two device. Then after, this tunnel will be encrypted, right? This one is encrypted tunnel when it comes to SSH. For the SSH, we are using well-known port 22. So again, we are going to discuss SSH configuration also in the upcoming video. So when you take Cisco operating system, we have three modes. Mainly we have three modes. User execute mode is basic initial mode. Then after we have privilege execute mode and global configuration mode. So use execute mode is a default mode for the Cisco iOS. This is the mode that the user is placed in after accessing the iOS. Only basic command are available in this mode. So here we have some basic command in this mode, but we need to move into the next mode, that means privilege execute mode. For this we are using command enabled in our command line or command line interface in Cisco iOS. Then after we will move into the privilege execute mode. This mode can be password protected. In this mode, a user can view and change device configuration. We have some access for the device configuration, not the root access, but we have some access. To get the root access, we are going to move into the global configuration mode. So to move into this mode, we are using configure terminal command in our command line interface. It is used to change device configuration. After that you can move into the interface configuration mode. Then after you can configure that particular interface also. So now I am going to use packet tracer to demonstrate these access mode and some Cisco CLI command. So you can download packet tracer from this website. So after that you can install this setup. So this is a free version. You can use without any payment this software, right? Okay, so packet trace interface is like this. So we have our selection command here. Then after we have our device in the bottom of the page, right? You can see we have end device. So we have end devices. When I click here, it will show our network device. Here we have end device, that means our PC, laptops, other information, right? Modem, this kind of thing. When it comes to network device, we have routers, different kind of routers. Then after we have switch. Here you can see we have switch. Then after hub, we have a wireless device. So then after you can get the servers also when you move into the network device. Right, so I'm going to configure one switch, right? So we will take one switch. And for this switch, I'm going to click on this switch. Then after you will see this kind of tab, right? So here, as I told, you can see we have a console port. We have a console port. When you take a brand new switch, to configure this switch, you can use this console port. You can plug your RJ45 cable, one into console port, then another into your laptop. After that, you can do the configuration. Right, so then after you can move into the CLI tab, that means Cisco command line interface, right? Cisco operating system CLI. Now this mode is user execute mode, right? So here we have some command known as, when I type question mark, it will show all these command. So we have connect, disable, disconnect, enable. You can see the description also. Now I need to move into the privilege execute mode. For that you can type enable. Now you can see this sign is changed into the hash. That means we are inside the privilege execute mode. Again we can see the command available. So we have a lot of command available in this mode, right? But I need to move into the global configuration mode. For that you can type configure. When I press tab key, it will automatically complete remaining part, terminal. So again it will complete automatically remaining part. Now you can see enter configuration command 1 per line end with CNL, and this line is changed in the global configuration mode. Now we are inside the global configuration mode. We can do the root configuration into this device using this configuration mode. For example, I am going to change host name into admin switch. It will change our switch name like this. Basically we have tree mode, user mode, then under privilege execute mode. To move into this mode we are using enable command. Then after we have global configuration mode. Move into this mode we are using configure terminal, right? And if you want, you can type, instead of typing Now I am inside the enable mode, user mode. I need to move into the privilege execute mode. For that, command is enabled, right? But I am going to type en. Then after, Cisco will check is there any other command which start with the en and any other letters. We have only one command which is enabled, right? That means when I press enter, Cisco will identify, right? So user is trying to enter enable command. Like that, I can type configure T for the configure terminal, right? You can use a shorthand version. It will move into the configuration mode, global configuration mode.